All right, we're back. We're back. What's good, though?
What's good?
All right, so I know we just left off on what's up, though, and I want to continue with that with another quick story. Tell you the story, real quick. I always say that, and I'm stupid. I gotta quit saying that because that's never real quick. So I was at Home Depot because recently we had a problem with like the hoses. Like,
oh yeah.
Remember, I don't know if you know, we got a bunch of new hoses. I'm like old school, so I like to kind of stand in line, like. You know, I don't like to do... I do self-checkout. But sometimes I kind of want to do individual checkout because I just want to make sure that the price is right on certain stuff.
Oh,
I don't know. I'm like that, like where I want to ask questions.
Yeah.
And so the regular checkout line is longer than the self-checkout line. And as I'm standing in line, there's this lady with this other lady. And so I'm like, this is where we kind of get into eavesdropping into conversations. How people eavesdrop into our conversations. Yeah. I did this to the lady. I eavesdrop on her conversation. And mind you, I have both headphones in. So at first, I don't know what the hell she's saying. But she's so animated, and I could just see she's like... So she's making all these faces, and I'm like, oh, I have to know what the hell she's talking about. So I take off the earphone, and I hear... I can't believe it took me to do this. It was so dramatic. Let me tell you. I told you some of it. Let me tell you the beginning. So this is how it all started. And so to sum it up.
So sorry, I cut you off. So you're seeing her
talk to her friend.
Yeah, basically, and then she's starting it all over again?
She's like, apparently her friend had told her what had happened up until the point to where she had. Apparently what I missed out on is the argument. So she was explaining the argument she went through with her husband.
Oh, it's her husband.
Her husband.
Oh, man.
So her and her husband had this argument, from what I could gather, from what I was listening. So her and her husband had an argument about, her and her husband had an argument about him cutting the grass. And so the lady couldn't so she was just like, we got in this argument. So apparently she was like, we got in this argument about cutting the grass. And I figured it out right away what had happened.
I hope my wife
And so I know she's
my wife don't watch this because
I know.
I hate
she's going to be like, you cut that grass after that conversation.
I hate it. I hate cutting the grass.
And so the wife goes, okay, let's say her name's Becky. She's like, okay, Becky, let me tell you what happened before we got in an argument. So you remember a long time ago when we first bought the house and like he wanted to put cement everywhere? And this led me right away to think, ding, 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 ding. This guy's Indian. I hate to say it. Indian guys from India. How many Indian families have cement everything? I know so many Indian people. You're like, hey, bro, let me see your backyard. And they got like one little patch of grass and you're like, so what's up with that? And they're like, oh, we like cement. They cement everything. Yeah, so that's why in my mind, I'm like, this fool has to be Indian. Because I don't think she'd say this to a white dude. Anyways, let me get to my point. We might have to cut that out. So anyways, so she's like, so let me tell you what happened. So when we first got the house, remember he wanted cement? And I was like, no, grass would look better and whatever, blah, blah, blah. And so she starts talking about how they had the argument about cement and grass. And eventually she won and they got grass. And she goes like, well, remember we got grass the first time and like he wasn't taking care of it. And so like the grass died and then we got new grass and then I had to start taking care of it. So they had grown grass and the husband was like, I said cement, dude. I said cement. Why do we have grass? I'm not taking care of it. I refuse. And so husband let the first set of grass die and the second set of grass came in. And so she took care of it. And this is where I imagine right now, because right now when things start going in.
Yeah.
And so she was like, and so I kind of told him, we got grass now, and then we have to deal with it. And I told him that he needs to cut the grass. And he was telling me that he doesn't have to because he wanted cement, and I wanted grass. And so she turned it into this whole thing.
That's me.
And this is where the bad advice comes. So she goes, and you know what I told him? You know what I told him, which set it off, that why we got in an argument? Is because I told him, you know what a real American man would say in this situation? And I was like, this is why I said this guy's Indian. Because she said, you know what a real American man would say in this situation? So she was like...
She went there.
She was just like... She was just like... And I guarantee this fool was like, my mom told me I should have married an Indian woman. And I didn't listen. I could have had cement everywhere. That is bad advice. Whenever, to be honest, I've been in arguments with like ex-girlfriends that would be like, you know what a real man would do or what a real man would say? And I'd be like, you got nuts? You You got that Johnson hanging down there? Oh shit! You got something I don't know? You got that surprise from that Sanger party?
Damn.
Oh my! I'm doing callbacks already. Dude. But that is bad advice.
Yeah,
like if you want to start a fire of an argument with your man, those are the words. You know what a real man would do?
Those are it. Those are the trigger words.
I can just see why this chick was like.
And the friend was just
the argument was so. You have to imagine
awkward.
the argument was so bad. She felt the need to explain the argument first before what led to the argument. So, you know that was the catalyst when she was just like, you know what a real American man would do, dude. And you know what's crazy? So after she made her purchases, I hurried up and tried to make my purchase, and I was like, oh, dude, I have to know something. And it was like, I have to see this lady in the face, because I have to know if she has what's that shit called, RBF. And I was like, dude, I have to know if she had that. That'll let me know if that's what's really going on. Like, and so I got in front of her and I turned behind. I'm like, yeah, she has RBF. That makes sense. Now you look at me real confused, like you don't know what RBF is, right? Oh, well, this is a mystery to you. Is this a mystery to you? You don't know what this is. Is your spider sense going off? For you don't know. So RBF stands for, the first acronym is resting. The middle acronym, there's a definition in the dictionary. This stands for female dog, and the last acronym is face. So just put it together: resting female dog face. So I had to make sure.
Oh man, it hit me like afterwards.
I had to make sure. I call her Know-It-All Kimberly. That was a Know-It-All Kimberly. Damn. She knows what's good for her. She knows what's good for her man. She knows what's good for her neighbor's man. Let's, right now, we're going to play a role. I'll be the wife. Or you want to be the wife? So we're going to role play. We're going to role play what happened. As far as, what happened? Yeah, like, so do you want me to be the wife or you want to be the husband? You have to try at least. I'm gonna make the Indian.
Because I'm totally like.
Should I go full blown Indian accent since I think it's an Indian? You could just make a regular voice, or you can kind of like try to do a girl voice. It's up to you. But I'm gonna do
more of the dude though, because it's like I ain't gonna touch that grass. I ain't.
All right. Okay. Then you be the dude, but try to be Indian dude, like. And even make like little comments like, man, my fucking mom, what? Like you'd be like, my mom told me to marry an Indian girl. And I'd be like, what? What did you say? Like just try to do things like that. All right. So let's so whatever. I'm gonna come to you. So like, let's say right now you're in the morning. How much tea you got? God, you barely have any tea. How much time we got?
3 minutes.
3 minutes. No, but we're gonna cut that part out so we got more time. So we're gonna
go got like 5.
All right.
6 minutes.
So now let's start the scenario where. You're the husband in the morning. This is your coffee because you ran out of this already. Yeah. So this is your coffee, and I'm the wife, and I'm having my morning mimosa. So this is not whiskey. This is a mimosa. This is orange juice and some Chardonnay. So I'm probably like the stay-at-home wife that doesn't have a kid yet, but I'm watching I'm watching.
How do you know? Are you speculating?
I'm just assuming. I'm speculating. I'm just saying. I'm painting. So it's your day off. You're a busy businessman, busy Indian man, and I'm a hot Caucasian woman who is obsessed about grass and doesn't want to cut the grass and wants her husband to cut the grass on his day off, and she's about to make a big deal about it. All right, so you're reading like.
You better do it the way you say it, the way you say it to me.
Gonna imagine she scripts.
If you don't do it,
she scripts exactly what I say, and you're like, "Is this
the next one? I'm gonna be there." Nope, he is lying.
You gotta cut that grass.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm the wife in the morning, and I'm okay. How's the coffee I made you? Did I put enough creamer?
Oh yeah, thank you.
It tastes good, right?
Oh, yes, it does.
How was your breakfast? Did it taste real good, too?
Yeah, it really did. Oh, thank you.
Thank you. Thanks for saying thanks. So, got any big plans for your day off? I don't think you do. You told me yesterday you just wanted to relax.
Yeah, I kind of want to just, couch it and watch a couple shows, binge watch.
Oh, look at that. Oh. Does the grass look long to you? It looks long. Oh my god, it looks so long.
It's morning.
It should get cut, right? It should get
no,
cut.
It's in the morning, so it probably, Yeah.
No, but I'm pretty sure in a couple of hours you can cut it.
Oh man. Again with the whole grass thing.
What? What, are you mad
man.
because we didn't put cement?
It's my day off. I just wanted to chill.
It's one thing.
Wow.
I went yesterday and I filled up the gas can.
Oh my gosh.
There's plenty of gas. And I asked the neighbor if we could borrow their lawnmower.
Oh man.
I know we don't have one, but I filled up their gas can that we use for barbecuing, and I asked the neighbor for their lawn. They said, yeah. Are you embarrassed to borrow the neighbor's stuff?
No. I already told you.
Are you being lazy? This is one thing on your day off.
Not that I'm being lazy, but I told you I wanted cement. No grass. Who brought up the grass thing? If it was your idea,
Look.
you cut the grass. You cut the grass.
Look, me cut the grass?
Yes, you.
That's a man's job.
That is not a man's job.
That's a man's job.
Oh.
I already got everything ready for you. I got the lawnmower, got the gas. All you have to do is cut it.
And you couldn't cut it yourself? You got everything ready?
But that's a man's job.
Oh,
I made you
all
breakfast.
of a sudden it's a man's job. Oh, and you made me breakfast.
Look, I'm for equal rights, but men have to do what men have to do.
So you set it all up, sugared me up and everything just so I could cut the grass.
You know what a real American man would say?
Oh, man.
Man. Oh, that would just be like...
You're just out of there, like, man.
Oh, God. That was... I got into it, huh?
Yeah.
I got lost. I'm surprised I didn't flip my hair. Oh, my God. Damn. But I'm just saying, like, what led to that, like...
Like, wow.
How did you...
I literally would have played it out like, it's your fault. You're the one that wanted grass. You do it. You set up everything. Go. All you had to do is turn it on and do a couple of rounds and you're done. Oh, and here, this I could already hear my wife. Oh, and you can't do that. Oh, you can't. I didn't. Oh man,
But that's with everything, dude. Because my mom does. I think it's with everybody, bro. I think it's with every relationship.
I just don't like doing it,
dude.
And what's funny that she complains about it because we bought an electric one, and it came with two batteries, and they die up so quick. And I told her, well, why don't you just buy 2 more? Because she bought it originally. Just buy 2 more, so you'll swap it and this and that. Oh, you should have bought me a better one. I was like, oh man.
I don't want to make it seem like we're just trash talking on the wifey, bro. We should stop. We should stop. The worst. Have you ever cut the grass and when a fucking rock? When it shoots back at you.
Yeah.
I've had dude. Oh, I've dented the cars with the rocks because even my dad would be like, oh, walk through the grass and try to fill. The worst advice you could tell a kid: take off your shoes, walk through the grass, feel for rocks, and poop. Like, I want to step on a rock or a piece of crap? That's your advice? Speaking of bad advice, that's the bad advice that I remember. Oh. Hey, take out your shoes, walk through the grass before I cut it to make sure there's no rocks and dog crap because it's so high I can't tell. It's like, oh, I'm glad I get a B, the guinea, over here. I can't say guinea. I got to finish it with guinea pig. I can't say guinea. That's totally wrong. I didn't mean to say guinea. I didn't mean to say guinea. I meant to say guinea pig. I know.
You stopped yourself. Yeah, you stopped yourself. Don't lie.
This racism is brought to you by alcohol. Not my fault. Not my fault. And I should quit saying it because I've said it like 10 times now.
He's being truthful.
Hey, I've been called worse. I'm not that, but I'm just...
Yeah, let's cut it right here.
Hey.